The Association for Reproductive Health, AFRH, has a very long history. That name was registered by CAC just about 4 years ago. We used to be called the Nigerian Fertility Society.
The Nigerian Fertility Society was formed in the mid-80s.
We were collaborating with the International Fertility Society using the name of NFS. When there were not enough younger people around, and they are doing very well in practice, and as you will see from the very large IVF clinics in Nigeria now. So they're all doing very well. They were now in a situation where it became obvious to them that it's ridiculous for a country as large as Nigeria not to have a registered society.
Corporate Affairs Commission were changing the name, and they were not accepting Nigerian Fertility Society.
Eventually, after about 5 years of trying to register the organization, our lawyer was able to get them to register the AFRH as the successor to Nigerian Fertility Society. So while the AFRH is just a few years old, but in fact, what it does and what it stands for is about 30 years old. Building up interest in AFRH was the first challenge. And two, translating that interest into people subscribing. And they should be committed enough, not just to be carrying the name a member of AFRH. They should put down their annual subscription. They should support the conferences by coming and by paying for instance, exhibition space, etc. Because these are the things that make societies move.
It is not easy to set up a regulatory regimen for some things, Again, it's because of the fascination with IVF that we probably think that it needs more regulation. There are a whole lot of quacks. There are specialists, neurologists or gynecologists who are doing prostatectomy in their clinic. They are quacks. That's not their specialty, but they are quacks.
The first process towards standardization is the formation of a collective union. We, the IVF practitioners, must first of all collectively meet, know each other, and then we now make stipulations on what should enforce. We have a guideline. We should be committed to that guideline, that yes, we will operate along this line. For the next level, we have things that will display as a mark to be put in IVF clinics. This is a certified member of AFRH. The dreams have not yet been met. I'd like us to be more active, not only in the area of clinical IVF, but also doing breakthroughs, cutting edge, in more research in that area.
Now, what needs to come next is to gather support and finances and to have like a permanent secretariat, Lagos or Abuja, where we'll have some staff who are there, have a library, have a seminar hall where we can be having meetings. All big fertility societies have this in the world.
The young will have to grow to fill up the space that have been vacated by the oldies, like me. Okay? There should be a succession plan.
Ashuru and I are over 60 now. At some stage, the 50 and 40-year-olds have to step forward and take up their responsibility while we stand back and advise them and while they give us our correct respect. Nigerians forget easily, You need to see what happens to some people when they leave office. I've seen the former governor being pushed around at the airport while people were trying to enter a plane. Those kind of things. We must learn to respect people who have served.
Secret is walk, walk, walk. If you are convinced about what you're doing, you commit yourself and give it all you have.
I think I have two basic processes that really help me. One is from my famous quotation from Beethoven, which says that I recognize no superiority in mankind other than goodness. So you must believe that you want to be good to prove your superiority as a human being. And that is the only quality that I will respect in any human being, that shows goodness. But beyond that, in this field, in the practice of IVF, one thing that I recognize is that it is always good, if you want to be in this field, to get a very good scientific grounding of the process.
In Nigeria generally, is perseverance. Perseverance. I've told you how we were Nigerian Fertility Society for like 15 years without being registered, and how we now got registered. It's important for me to tell people that this IVF that they're all taking for granted, I'm sure there are people who said, what did they do? What did Ashiru and Giwa Osage do? Ashiru and Giwa Osage were the first people to succeed with human IVF in the whole of West Africa, East and Central Africa. When we succeeded, only Egypt and South Africa had succeeded. It's very important to remind the younger ones of this. And that was an important part of the recognition we got when we were given national honors, because the records were there that we did it and it succeeded.
So I wish the conference a very good deliberation and enjoyment, and I hope we'll have fun at this meeting.
And I'd like to congratulate all our colleagues who have been able to venture into this field in Nigeria. I think perhaps we should try and form a group that will be supportive of each other. I know there's always a tendency to be competitive, rivalry, but I think there seems to be less emphasis in trying to be together, support each other, form a way of offering a local training program instead of us sending people to India or UK for training.
They should do the correct thing, give us a correct place in society, a correct respect. There's a Yoruba saying that a young man may have more new clothes than an old man, but can never have as many old clothes as the old man.
In every setting, there's always someone that gets things moving. There's someone that gets that is thinking tank. That's Professor Giwa Osage. The mover is Professor Ashiru. Then the mature counselor is Dr. Isangbedu. I would like to actually thank Professor Giwa Osage, Dr. Isangbedu and Professor Ashiru for all their work all these years for NFS, Nigerian Fertility Society, which translated to AFRH. You have done extremely well, and I'm very proud to have been privileged to have worked with the three of you in this regard. And I want to assure you that no matter what happens, I'll still try in my own little way to make sure that the association stands, and we stand for what we believe in.
I would like to, on behalf of the membership of the AFRH, even though I'm only the chairman of the LOC, but I believe I speak for the membership of the AFRH on this occasion, that we want to say a big thank you for what you have done for the society all these years. We really appreciate your endeavors and your tenacity and focus. And as we move into a bigger role for the society, we look forward to your continued support and advice and in moving the society forward. The legacy that you have left behind, we hope we will continue to, we appreciate in no small measure. And we're not saying goodbye, we're just saying that we appreciate you. We want you to understand that this is the view of the entire membership of society. Without you, the three of you, we wouldn't be where we are today. So simply, thank you.
In all, it's a very hopeful note to end the discussion.
Record shows with physical and emotional edifice that these men have single-handedly, collectively erected standing firm the history of Nigeria's, West Africa's reproductive health cannot be written even in a single phrase without their names.